natamani nione uso wako, nikuabudu. Hey! Nikuabudu, natamani niuone uso wako, nikuabudu, eh, nikuabudu. Hi guys, welcome to episode 3. That song has been in my mind, like, oh my God, I'm not able to stop singing that song. But anyway, we have to learn. So today I want us to talk about currencies, and currencies can break or make you. I remember when I started Forex trading back in 2020, that is like let's say almost 6 years ago. Whoever I was watching on YouTube, that person who was watching on YouTube, they were trading GBP AUD. Trust me, that's what I started to trade. And I didn't know that GBP AUD was one of the worst pairs to trade as a beginner. And I mean it, it was one of the worst pairs to trade as a beginner because it really ate my money. I lost a lot of money trading GBP AUD. Why? It is a very volatile, it's a volatile pair and it's a very trendy pair. So I was always finding myself selling GBP AUD. There is no time that I can even remember when I bought GBP AUD. Now, at that time, I didn't know that buying and selling, it's all about the strength of a currency. So when I was when I was selling GBP AUD and I found myself selling GBP AUD, what I was saying is that I want AUD, Australian dollar, to be stronger than the pound, which sometimes it can be true, but many cases pound of course will be stronger. Now I found myself selling GBP AUD and I would lose a lot of money because if it starts to trend, like even I can remember most of the setups that took a lot of my money, and that time back then I was using double tops, double bottoms, cup and handles and all that. So me doing this video, I just want to save you. Now, first of all, if you're a beginner, there are pairs they are no-go zone. There are pairs that you're not supposed to trade. There are pairs that you're not supposed to trade whatsoever. So, and I will be speaking of those pairs in a few. There are pairs that you're not supposed to touch them. You're not supposed to look at them as long as you're a beginner. Another thing, you can be someone who has traded Forex for a very long time, let's say 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, but your capital is small. Again, if your capital is small, you try these pairs, they will just drain your account and you will keep funding your account. So there are pairs that are good for beginners, number one. There are pairs that are good for small accounts, number two. There are pairs that are good for big account, and there are pairs that are good for professionals. So that is what we'll tackle today. And I feel we can start with beginners. Now, if you know you're a beginner, stay away from JPY pairs and stay away from gold. If you're a beginner, stay away from JPY pairs, stay away from gold. Now, something like GBP JPY, if you start trading as a beginner, it is very, very volatile. So let's say you started Forex yesterday or a week before or 2 months ago, and now the first pair that you're being introduced is anything JPY. Let me tell you, JPY can just sell without the news, without any physical event. Like it can just sell from nowhere, and I will be giving you examples of JPY. And JPY, when it starts to sell massively, is from 300 pips to 800 pips. It can sell. So as a beginner, I want to protect you. Stay away from JPY pairs and these pairs with pound. Let me show you now on the screen the pairs that you're supposed to stay away. Now, I'm talking of beginners. I'm not saying of a professional people who have been trading. Now, when you go to, if I Google GBP JPY, now I want you to see how JPY pairs look like or how they trend down. So this is GBP JPY. Now, if you open GBP JPY, the reason why I'm saying you stay away from these pairs, if you can see, when the market was here, this drop alone, so from here to here, so this is GBP JPY. Let's say you had done your analysis and let's say you are trading, I don't know, the setup that you're trading, maybe you're trading trend line and you see the trend line has the trend line maybe has touched here and you are buying, or whichever analysis you are doing. Now, if you find yourself in a drawdown when you're buying and the market is selling, it does not forgive. That drop alone is 360 pips. And then see this drop alone. And then JPY pairs, let me tell you, if you're a beginner and you're trying to trade JPY pairs, try to always look for sells, not buy. If you can see when the market decides to sell, it sells very softly. Now that is another 300 pips. So for me, what I can tell you is that JPY pairs, and then they have that habit of opening with a gap. JPY pairs have that habit. You can see here, they opened with a very big gap. Now, if you are trading and leaving your trade during the weekend, we will talk in another episode what makes the market open with a gap. So this is a gap of how many pips? Of 244 pips. Imagine you have just left your trade overnight, over the weekend, and then on Monday when you're opening, maybe you are selling. And that's what I'm saying. JPY, they're just random. You can see it was a downtrend. So this market has been selling. So it was a downtrend. So this market was a downtrend and the market was here. And maybe the people who trade break and retest, maybe the market was coming to retest that support. And then when you maybe you leave your trade running, maybe you had entered here. So you had entered here after the breaking of support. And then you leave your trade over the weekend and then it opens with a gap of 244 pips. I tell people, me, I have been whipped in the past and I don't want you to be whipped because you trade and JPY, they struggle to buy, but when it comes to sell, so JPY, if it becomes stronger, it is massive. So another place I can show you, it is massive. Now this is another place, and you see after and then JPY pairs like to consolidate. So for me, I will not advise someone to trade JPY pairs if they are beginners. Remember, I've said beginners. If you're a beginner, JPY pairs, this drop alone is 447 pips. As a beginner, it will hurt your emotions. It will blow your account. You will feel like you don't want to see the markets again. Kindly, if you're a beginner, and they're all JPYs, they behave the same. They have just massive, massive drops. And if you can see, like, imagine a candle like this. Now, this is JPY for you. This is one candle and it is 536 pips. Imagine now you are just selling. Now, where did this move come from? Let me show you what I'm saying. It just have all of a sudden news, all of a sudden moves. And because of trading it for a very long time, I can tell this is not favorable for a beginner. Now, if you are trading this market, you are seeing it's a good downtrend. It's a good downtrend. There is no like red flags or everything. And maybe the minute you are floating with profits, you have not done a break even because maybe you had entered anywhere here according to your strategy. Now, one candle comes to take everything that you are given in the market. That's for me, that all of a sudden move of JPY makes me shiver. So if you're a beginner and you don't know that there's those over sudden moves of JPY pairs, keep away from it. Now, I want you to comment down below. Have you ever traded JPY pairs? What was your experience? Do you trade it? Do you love it? Which strategy do you use? Because at the end of the day, there are people who trade JPY pairs and they make a lot of money. There are people who try again to trade JPY pairs and they lose a lot. So it's a double-edged sword. You cannot say that literally we will not trade JPY. I'm just saying for beginners. Now, for people who have small accounts, so for beginner, if you want to trade JPY, what will you trade? I want to recommend the three major pairs. They are not manipulated. They are not manipulated. These are three major pairs. So I want you to be trading GBP USD and then Euro USD and then AUD USD. Do you know why I recommend this for beginners? It's because if you are sure that GBP USD is a sell, all the other will be sell. So they have a positive correlation. When if you buy one, you can buy all. If you sell one, you can sell all. If you're not confident buying all of them. Just buy the one that your setup is okay. So for me, I can recommend GBP USD, Euro USD, and AUD USD for a beginner. Now, let's go for someone with a small account. Now, if you have a small account, either you're a beginner or you have been trading for long, if you have a small account and you really want to grow, which pair would you trade? Even if you have $5, which pair would you trade? Now, apart from these three, the one that has the low volatility is AUD USD. I want you to trade AUD USD. Now, as much as you're trading AUD USD, this is someone with a small account and they really want to grow. Now, the reason why I love to trade AUD USD, or I would recommend people to trade AUD USD, more so if you're a professional or you just, it's about the capital that is small, or even you are beginner, it's because if you master AUD USD, you can be able to trade 5 other pairs. Now, if you're accurate with AUD USD, you can trade AUD CHF. You can trade. Now, this is someone with a small account. You can trade AUD NZD. You can trade NZD USD, and you can trade NZD CHF. They are not volatile. You can trade AUD card, and you can trade NZD card. Now, this is the beauty of someone. Now, if you're a beginner, don't trade. If you're a beginner, trade GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD USD, because beginner, maybe you fall in a category, you have a bigger account, but you are a beginner, you can trade GBP USD, Euro USD because they have a bit volume. But if your issue is capital, you are that person who trades with $5, $10, $20, $50. This currency, there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 currencies, they can help you to trade on a small account. Now, if you have a big account, now the first one I've said is beginners. These are beginners. The second one is small account. Now let's go to someone with a big account, they don't mind. If you have big account, guess what I'm recommending? Guess what I'm recommending? Gold. Gold. If you think you have big account, stop trading currencies. And I think I'll do a video why I shifted to gold. I will do a separate video. If you want me to do that video, comment down below. Hey, I'm telling you, if you go to gold, I don't think you will ever look at the currencies, but it goes with time. Like for me, it took 5 years to trade currencies, to be able to be comfortable with currencies and to be able now to transit. So many people they transit to gold because number one, two things can make you transit to gold. Number one, if your strategies are very good. Number two, if you have a big account. So if gold you trade only with 0.1, you can make $100 every day with ease. $100 every day with ease. If you just trade with, because gold to give you 100 pips, it can give you in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, lunchtime, break time, like gold just to move 100 pips. Now, let me give you an idea of what I'm saying. Now, understand there are 3 people: beginners, small account, big account. Now, if you have a big account and you're a beginner, I don't recommend gold because that whole money, $1,000 that you have, it will go back to the market. So if you're a beginner, either you are a beginner, you have big account, or you don't have a big account, trade the 3 major pairs. If you have small account and you're not a beginner, trade the ones that I've recommended you. If you have been trading for long, you have your skill, you have your strategy, you have like $250 and above, trade gold, but now reduce. Instead of doing 0.1, you can even start with 0.03, because 0.03, 100 pips is $30. So you can start from there and scale up. Now, I just want to show you, as I finish, a chart on gold. This is a chart on gold. So even if you go to 5 minutes, this is a chart on gold. I want you to see, this is a chart on gold. So this is 5 minutes. Now, let's say someone sold here. They place a sell there. and the market has dropped here. We want to calculate how many pips are these. Can you see it's already 87, just that distance, and this is 5 minutes. Now, gold is very volatile. Like if you see this, the red candle, and it's a 5 minute red candle, that red candle alone is 76 pips. So this drop alone, it has given someone 128 pips, and it's on a 5 minutes. For you to get 100 pips with currency, maybe you use 4 hour time frame. It does not happen on 5 minutes. Currencies on 5 minutes, it will give you 10 pips, 15 pips, but with gold, it can even give you 100 pips. Now, that being said, I hope the video is clear. You know what to trade, but just stay away. Now, these are the pairs that I tell people to stay away. Regardless, you have big account, you're a professional, just stay away from them. They are manipulated. GBP Audi, GBP NZD. If you trade them, by the way, comment down below. Euro Audi and Euro NZD. They are and yeah, they are very, very manipulated. These 4 pairs, they are highly manipulated, highly manipulated. They move, they range, they can go up like abnormal, like they can just sleep and then they decide GBP we are buying 500 pips. So the most manipulated pairs of currencies, GBP NZD, Euro Audi, Euro NZD. So keep off these pairs. But if you trade, I would want to hear your thoughts about it. Anyway, thanks you so much. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, make sure you share the video with your friends. Share the video with people who have never heard about Forex. It will help them. Make sure you share. That's something that we need to understand. Sharing is caring. Don't watch alone. Make sure you share. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Bye. Love you.